Good day, we are Group 3 and we are going to present to you today our project proposal entitled Applying Multi-Broadcasting System in the Student-Centered Learning Dynamic Learning Program of Senior High School Classes. SCLDLP was being used in FINMA Arroyo University's classes prior to the pandemic. It is a program that allows students to work on their activities independently. But due to the situation we have right now, it is not applicable anymore in face-to-face classes. Thus, we have come up with the idea of using a multi-broadcasting system on the SCLDLP setup. It will not only ensure safety, but will also allow students to learn better and help teachers manage time constraints. To start, let's talk about the organization first.
Pinma Arroyo University is a tertiary educational institution which is located in Cabanatuan in Nueva Ecija. Through our student-centric and communal mentorship approach, and with the help of our General Service, Finance, and Senior High Department, we ensure that every student can develop their knowledge and skills and forming their character and succeed in their academic journey.
For project description, let's start with the background. What makes FinMA unique is its use of SELDLP. Because of the cost and effort, not all schools use this program. The main point of this program is to help students learn something by doing it. However, after experiencing it ourselves for 4 years, we've always noticed the same problem, and that is time is very limited. Most discussions are rushed and not all topics are covered. When the pandemic hit, FinMA did not need to adjust a lot to shift to flex learning because we still use the same SAS or modules. However, it was proven that online classes are not for everyone. That's why most institutions are preparing their facilities for the resume of face-to-face. But that poses even bigger problem for SELDLP. Instead of the usual 50, IATF protocols are now just suggesting 25 persons per room. This is where the idea was born, to use multi-broadcasting system. So what if instead of going to all the sections, the teacher just stays in one place and the discussion is broadcasted to the other sections? We will learn more about that on the succeeding speakers. Now, for the purpose of objectives, number 1, to build students' interest and connection with the teacher. Connection takes time, and if you only get to hear and see your teacher for 20 minutes, that disrupts a learner's attention engagement. With this system, you don't have to worry about it. Number 2, if the discussion is limited, of course, so is the learning. So with this system, we can ensure that the students are learning. You get the same explanation and with more topics at that. And finally, to prioritize time management, which is the number 1 problem to be solved by a multi-broadcasting system. For project methodology, we have 3 sections. Section 1, and that includes project approach summary.
The project approach summary of the project proposal gives information about the overall approach of the project, as well as on how the project team plans to carry out the project and control the tasks involved in order to achieve the goals and objectives associated and for its successful completion. This also involves how the project team will be organized, including the distribution of each member's duties and responsibilities in doing the tasks assigned to them to accomplish the project, resources and materials needed by the team and for the project execution, and the team's planned solutions and strategies on how they will manage the changes that might occur in its execution are as well as included in the project summary approach.
The project plan's task breakdown and time estimate shows the detailed project schedule, which comprises all the tasks and activities, as well as the estimated days required to carry out in order to complete and achieve a successful project. Task includes sponsors approval, coordination with the departments involved, procurement, purchasing and installation of materials needed, and lastly, testing and monitoring of the project. As illustrated in the chart, it takes only a month to properly execute and assess the project's effectiveness.
By the end of the project lifecycle, the project team aims to provide the following deliverables. First is report on the overall assessment of using the multi-broadcasting system. It will be distributed at the end of every testing session to measure the effectiveness and efficiency of the new system to the students as well as the teachers. Second is new classroom setup. Rooms consist only 25 students with 1 meter distance from each chair, designed to follow the social distancing safety protocol. A smart TV will be installed in each classroom where they can see and hear their teacher during the sessions. For every meeting, the teacher will stay in different section where he or she will be recorded and projected to the other 3 rooms at the same time. Assigned in each room is a student facilitator who will raise the student's concern to the teacher and is responsible for assembling the setup for the teacher's discussion. To minimize the chance of risk or changes during the project life cycle, risk management plan was made. First is to ensure that the materials and equipment are working in best condition. Daily monitoring and evaluation are made to prevent risks that could be encountered before every session. To assure that there will be no lack of supply and delay in delivery during the process, order would be made long before the installation process with certain date of delivery. Third is the action to prevent the loss of students' interest during the session, like conducting short quizzes and tasks every 30 minutes. Risk register. To counteract the risk, a line item list of risks was made, such as loss of electricity and connection. It is recommended for students to proceed with answering the student activity sheets. In the meantime, the teachers would create video recordings of interrupted lesson to be uploaded later so that the students can go review it. In case of broken equipment and materials, experts assigned are prepared to fix potential issues as they occur, and there will be extra equipment to replace the equipment with issue in case the latter is beyond recovery. And the last is when it comes to the student less eagerness to ask questions, additional points will be given to encourage students who are shy to raise their concerns regarding the topic.
The budget table shows all the estimated costs based on expert judgment, considering all the possible things that may affect the amount, like the quality of materials and their difference in prices. The proposed project will range between 50,000 to 60,000. That is why there is an excess fund in case of uncertainties or sudden outflow of cash related to the fulfillment of project. More than three-fourths of the fund will be formed part of purchasing the needed materials, while the remaining fund will be incurred during the testing phase of the prototype.
We created a statement of cash flow to show the cash inflow and outflow from the proposed project. For this project, the funds from the sponsors will be used as the beginning cash to cover all the disbursement for the initial testing amounted to 60,000 pesos. The disbursement for purchases consists of payment for smart TVs, microphone, and camera with a total of 47,246 pesos. The disbursement for shipping and handling costs will cover the insurance and shipping fee for the materials with the amount of 2,300 pesos. The utilities disbursement is only for electricity expense. And lastly, for small disbursement of fund will be from miscellaneous fee. The remaining balance of 6,954 pesos will be considered as contingency fund in case of emergency.
Within a month, this project will be completed and will go through 4 stages. The first week is for orientation, in which a representative sample of the senior high school students will use. They will be given the option of watching recorded videos that allow them to review lessons. Teachers, facilitators, and students will be briefed about the project's function. The best prices for the project's needs will be canvassed in week 2. Although it requires additional funding, the organization will ensure the efficiency of utilizing funds. The required materials and equipment will be obtained once the finances are available. In week 3, everything will be installed by GSD to make sure that there will be no technical problems during discussion. In week 4, the trial class shall be run. Information about the new system will be disseminated and there will be a feedback assessment.
Human resources. For the actual execution of the project team led by the project manager will ensure that the project proceeds and completes within the specified time frame. Instructor will ensure that students are engaged and focused on the lesson while the facilitators guide and answer questions from students. Project site. The project will be located at the Horizon Hall building inside Pinma Arroyo University since it has enough rooms to accommodate large volume of students. For the virtual aspect of the project, a video conferencing app will be used as a platform for virtual discussion.